Following segment sponsored by Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, Bristol.
Well, there are so many fun things to do here at the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. There is, of course, the casino, there's the pool, all the shows and the dining options. But you know, sometimes you just want to turn the volume down just a little bit and do a little relaxation. And they've got that right here inside the hotel at the Rock Spa. All right, we have stepped inside the Rock Spa, and already I feel a little bit of relaxation coming on. We're here with Amanda McElroy, the Hotel Operations Manager. Thank you for meeting us here today.
Absolutely.
I know this is one of those treasures here at the hotel. What a beautiful spa.
Yes, thank you. I really do think of it as the hidden gem of our property. It's tucked away in the hotel lobby, but it's once you enter it, you just immediately feel the relaxation, the different atmosphere, the essential oils, and just the great fragrances and everything. So it's a great experience.
It does. I'm taking it in right now, right? That deep
Yes,
breath.
yeah.
And everybody needs a little time to relax, and you have so many different treatment options.
Yes, yeah. So our big services are going to be our massages, of course, our facials, and our body wraps, which they have gotten a lot more popular in the recent months. So we have a lot of different varieties, a lot of customization that our guests can also enjoy as well.
And we talk a lot about relaxation, but we know it's also so important for our emotional and our physical well-being. There's a lot of benefits to a spa.
Yes, absolutely. And our spa is a great place to kind of just get a break from everything. You enter, we have our great full service locker rooms that have the showers. We have my personal favorite, which is our dry saunas to enjoy before or after your treatments. We also have our relaxation room, just, to your point, where people can really just unwind, relax. They have refreshments, snacks, all kinds of things, just to, step away from your everyday life.
And of course you could do one service, or you could just spend an afternoon, and sort of that's what I like to do, right?
Yeah.
Kind of make those package deals.
Absolutely, yeah. So we actually do have, for the month of May, just in time for Mother's Day, we do have our May specials, which is actually a combination. So the biggest one that we're promoting for the month of May is our Mother's Day experience. It's called the Peaceful Escape. It actually is a combination of our herbal poultice massage as well as our emerald glow facial. And it's just a great gift for mom or for anyone special.
A lot of great skincare opportunities.
Absolutely, yeah.
And one of the things that we hear from guests a lot is they're enjoying the dining options, they're enjoying that casino, they're staying at the hotel, and then to have that day of pampering.
Yes, yeah, and a big thing we want to make sure people are aware of is that our spa is open to all guests, not just our hotel guests, which can be, a hard distinguishing thing because the spa is located in the hotel lobby, but anybody can walk right up to the desk and book with one of our receptionists. We're also open 7 days a week, which is really, I think, a big perk for busy schedules across the board. Anybody can pop in. They're also welcome to call, and they can book online as well at our website.
And of course, with Mother's Day here, graduation, what a wonderful gift opportunity as well.
Absolutely, yeah. We're actually working on these little packages that are just pre-packaged for mom, as well as we have gift cards available. So if you don't know the exact service you want to get for mom, you can give her a gift card, and then the receptionist can walk her through the best type of booking for her.
And it is rocking out here at the Rock Spa.
It sure is, yeah.
Sounds wonderful. Well, we're going to give everybody this QR code if you would like to learn more information about the products and services that she has recommended here at the Rock Spa. You can scan this QR code and make an appointment or learn more about the different services.
The preceding segment sponsored by Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, Bristol.
Well, we have a huge shout out this morning to the Elizabethton High School robotics team. You see them there on your screen. They have earned the opportunity to compete on a global stage representing the United States in an international underwater robotics competition. They are heading to Canada, and we are honored to have John Lee, the robotics instructor, joining us here in studio, as well as some of the students from the team. We have Xander Jones and Anna Blackwell. Thank you guys all so much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
I feel like I'm going to put my hands up because I don't want to touch anything. I see all kinds of wires and devices. And let's start with you. Tell us a little bit about the robotics team at Elizabethton.
So our robotics team is 3 years old at Elizabethton High School. I'm blessed with freshmen through seniors, a really good mix of students. Our first year we started out with 6. Now we have almost 25 on the robotics team. So it's really, really grown. The students work extremely hard. We compete in 2 major competitions a year. We do the Robot Drone League through StreamWorks, and
Okay.
they've actually back-to-back national champions in that competition. And then we do Mate Underwater ROV. And this is our third year competing in that. Took us 3 years to get it figured out, but we have qualified to go to the world competition. So
The world competition with competitors from other countries.
Japan, China, Russia, UK. They're expecting up to 200 teams. It's just an unbelievable competition. It's an unbelievable opportunity for our students. Just the cultural aspect alone for them is going to be
yeah.
amazing, right? Their ability to meet all these robotics kids from all over the world, and just just to see what they have. Not to mention to test our skills against the best robotics teams in the world. So it's a big deal for us.
It is a big deal. Congratulations. What an honor. Anna, let's start with you. Sort of explain, this is your underwater robot here. Kind of explain how you built this.
So our main body of the ROV we actually did at a workshop with the people that kind of help run the regional in our area. But from there we've expanded on the design. Like we've added a lot of stuff up front for the specific task to get done. We've added the claw, which was recommended to us, but like we don't have to use the claw. Like other teams will use different mechanisms for grabbing stuff and manipulating it underwater.
Okay.
And like our camera system is all new this year. Like one main thing with this camera here is one of the tasks we have to identify different species of crabs with an AI and identify which ones are invasive. And actually brought a little crab with us here.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Yeah, this would be on the bottom of the pool. We'd have several of them,
Uh-huh.
and we'd have to have a AI run through this camera and view them and figure out how many of the invasive species there are.
And so you did this at the regional competition. You said it was at the pool over there at ETSU. And so that's what they were doing. It was going around and looking for those.
Yeah, that was just one thing that we had to do.
So many different things as well. And Xander, we have you here. Tell me a little bit about, you said this is sort of the brains of everything here inside this big orange case, and we see that there on some of the pictures as well that they're seeing on the screen. What does this part of it do? This is kind of the brains of it, right?
Yeah, so this part is our control box. It runs basically everything. We have lots of power ground, pins everywhere. Basically, the premise behind it is we have 12 volts starting out. It gets converted to 9 volts so that we can use our Arduino Mega. Arduino Mega is what basically tells everything what to do, where to go.
Okay.
It's hooked up to the ESCs. The ESCs tell the thrusters like they which way to spin or like which one does which.
Okay.
And it's also hooked up to our claw, and it's how the claw gets power.
Okay. And you can't really see inside. Our cameras are having a harder time getting in, but there are wires everywhere with all these little systems going on. What was it like for you guys competing at the regional level, getting that honor, and then finding out that you've been invited to compete in Canada?
It was awesome.
Yeah?
Very
Yeah.
exhilarating, because our past 2 times, our first time competing as a team, like we were nowhere close. This was our first time, whereas last year we were just 1 place below qualifying for Worlds. So
Okay.
I feel we worked really hard for it.
So this was something you wanted, this was a goal you set out to do. And
Yeah.
what year are you guys?
We're both seniors.
Okay,
Yeah.
so this is that senior year. Do we have a name? Have we named him?
It's Otter 1.
Otter 1. I love it. I love it. And Coach, you must be just so proud.
I am. I'm tickled to death. These are my 2 captains. The big thing that a lot of people don't realize and why this is so important, the AI that we use, these students wrote and programmed that AI themselves. It's not something that we bought from anything. They literally, from the ground up, wrote a program and made that operational, trained the AI to work. The Arduino inside, they wrote all the code for it. It operates off of a PlayStation controller. So the life skills that they're learning and how employable they're going to be when they leave is it's just amazing what we have to offer and what they're doing.
That is incredible. I can't wait to see where everybody ends up. And what are you most looking forward to in this competition? You said it's coming up in June, so you've still got some time to kind of prepare and raise some money, because it's going to cost quite a bit of money, I'm guessing, right?
It is.
$30,000 for the whole trip.
Okay.
We've already raised half the money we need, but we still need $15,000 more to fully cover.
Well, of course they have. Oh, and they only found out last week.
They found out Monday, and we've raised $15,000 in a week. So the community has been very good. We've had a lot of sponsors that have just picked up and helped us. Of course, the school gave us a lot of money as well, but there's still a way to go, and they're working hard to try to make that happen. And we hope the community will continue to help us get there.
Absolutely. Yeah, you got to raise the money. So kind of the shout out right now. What a wonderful way to support. And what are you most looking forward to when it comes to this trip in Canada?
I would say just being able to like have the opportunity to meet other people from other regions and seeing like how they do things different or what's similar and their different strategies, honestly, because a lot of it is all the same in general, but there's different tweaks and different ways that people do their own kind of thing, even though it's all connected in one way.
It's mind-blowing what these students have accomplished. Truly, the robotics teams are absolutely amazing. And John, of course, if anybody out there still looking to raise that $15,000, you would love that support.
We would. We love the support. Please reach out to us at the high school. We're happy to talk to you about it. The students are going to promote you in every way possible. We have our own filmmaker on site, and we're going to be shooting a documentary throughout the thing. We're going to do a shirt with all our sponsors on it. We're going to do a banner with all our sponsors on it. So anybody that wants to help us out, we will promote you in every possible way.
All right. Our viewers, wheels are turning. How can we help the Elizabethton High School robotics team? Well, you can scan that QR code right there on your screen. You can see they've now raised $15,000, so they have $15,000 to go. Every contribution does make a difference. Scan that QR code, or you can call the number right there on your screen to help them achieve that honor. That's just going to be wonderful. Best of luck, you guys. Have the best time.
Hopefully we bring home a world title.
Yes, yes. Come back and see us.
If you're a fan of comic books, anime, film, or television, then you need to circle the dates of May 29th, 30th, and 31st on your calendar at Smoky Mountain Fan Festival. Once again, take over the MetaView Convention Center in Kingsport. And here to get us ready for all of that fun and excitement is our good buddy, C.J. Ferguson. You've added some feathers to that hat.
I have. I like to say that I'm the greatest show Mothman, and so I had to have some antennae to go with it.
All right, very good. Let's talk about this year's event. Bigger and better?
Bigger and better, and yet smaller.
Okay.
So what we're doing this year, we have redesigned. Last year we had a massive, I like to say a plethora of guests. We had 70 plus guests. And while this area is a fantastic and wonderful area that we want as many guests to visit as possible, it's time to focus on quality over quantity.
Okay.
And so we've reduced the number of guests down to about 35. However, in the process of doing that, we've brought in some really phenomenal reunions. We've got a Seventh Heaven reunion. We've got a Saw reunion. We're giving you an early taste of Smoky Mountain Terror by bringing in a Saw reunion. We've got Scott Patterson from Gilmore Girls, had such a fun time last year. He's coming back again this year. But then along with that, we've also got legends like Vicki Lawrence.
Yes.
I am so excited to have Mama from Mama's Family with us.
I know a lot of people out there are.
It's gonna be a really great and fantastic time. Of course, we've got Mario Lopez. One of our headliners for the show. He is a very exciting addition. We've got the voice of Belle from Beauty and the Beast.
Right.
We've got so many lined up, but then of course we've got our home improvement reunion, and on top of that we have the wow, it just dropped from my mind. We have the home improvement reunion, and then we also have a couple of guests from Phineas and Ferb, E.T., and others.
And I love the fact that you're bringing in those folks that do the voiceover work, because I know people that are really into the voiceover works on video games and for anime and cartoons. They're as big a stars as anybody on film and television.
We have some really great voice actors that we've had the opportunity to work with in the past, and we're bringing in a whole new set this time time around. And then along with that, we've actually expanded, and we're getting ready to start our 3rd year for Smoky Mountain Anime Fest that will be in Gatlinburg.
Oh, wow.
And we're bringing in even more celebrity voice actors for that. So we look forward to the idea of being able to have lots of Q&A panels with the
Right.
voice actors to talk about getting into the industry, doing things that are unique and different than what a lot of the shows do, in order to help people learn how to take those steps to break those barriers.
You're going to be announcing when those photo ops are going to be available. Just pay attention to social media. Also, you may have some more announcements coming up as far as more guests showing up. You got a giveaway going on as well. Tell us about that.
So we're doing a special VIP pass giveaway. You have the opportunity, and we're teaming up with a lot of local groups in the area, a lot of local organizations. This time around it's Kia of Johnson City. With Kia of Johnson City, they have the new 2027 Kia Telluride. We've got lots of other really, really great vehicles down on the lot that you can come and test drive. For every person that comes and test drives a vehicle at Kia of Johnson City, as long as they name drop me or Smoky Mountain Fan Fest, they will be entered for a chance to win a VIP pass, silver VIP pass for Smoky Mountain Fan Fest. If they buy a car, they'll actually get 5 additional entries into that drawing.
All right, some incentive there. All right. CJ, thanks for stopping by today.
Not a problem.
Looking forward to it. Bringing a lot of folks here to town, to the Metaview and across the region. May 29th, 30th, 31st. Metaview Convention Center. It is Smoky Mountain Fan Fest.
The ribs, the banana pudding, there is a lot to eye, of course, here at Phil's Dream Pit. And now we're taking you outside. They've got this beautiful deck for you to sit outside and enjoy that meal. And as we said, for foster families, that meal this week is free for the whole family. Once again, we've got Brian Pipkin here with us. And we were talking about, of course, the quality food that we see back there in the kitchen. They're making this stuff back there, these big sandwiches. It's the food that you're really known for.
Absolutely, Amy. I mean, that's what we're trying to do here is provide really good food, good portions at reasonable prices, as reasonable as we can. Of course, everything's went up lately, but we're God's blessed us tremendously, and most of our customers are very happy, very supportive of the causes that we have and the new location that we're getting ready to open in Elizabethton. I'm very, very excited to announce that last week. We are coming to 633 East Elk Avenue, where the Big Dan's Barbecue was located. So if you're going through what I call traditional downtown Elizabethton, where with the beautiful buildings that are all covered that you can just walk through, we're going to be very near the end of it on the left, going toward the covered bridge. I was out there the other day, walked around Covered Bridge Park, just such a beautiful atmosphere right there off the Elk River, and we are just so excited to be a part of that community and be headed to Elizabethton here in a couple of months.
And I know I was reading on your Facebook page, and you, of course, met Big Dan's family, and, of course, he was a very good friend of us at Daytime Tri-Cities, and you said one of the things you really want to do is honor him with continuing that tradition of some good barbecue.
Absolutely. You know, I was told that by somebody very close to Big Dan, they were like, Big Dan would like another barbecue place here. He would have liked that. We've been in talks with a couple of his former employees. I think we're going to be able to hire them. It's a little too far for them to drive to come here right now, but I've got a commitment from at least one that she's going to be there, and I think it's going to be a familiar face that people are going to be very excited to see. So we're really excited about that. We had kind of a handshake agreement yesterday that she's coming to work for us. Got the opportunity when we signed the paperwork to stand in a circle and pray with Megumi and pray for Dan's family and everything that they're going through right now. We're excited, but from the very beginning, trying to keep in mind that someone's just lost their whole world here, and that there's a lot of people that are suffering with Big Dan's loss. Such a valued member of the community and such a good friend to so many people. Extremely talented musician. That's something we're not going to be able to replace. There's nobody here that's going to pick a guitar like Big Dan did. Yeah. But we're excited, but we want to be respectful of Dan's memory. And you know, there's always going to be a little part of him right there on 633 East Elk Avenue where we are. We've got some ideas of ways to honor him, and we're just trying to be respectful of his memory throughout the whole process.
And I know a lot of people, certainly you have built a name for yourself with Phil's Dream Pit, looking at this wonderful food and the commitment that you have to the community and always giving back, and certainly doing that with Foster Care Awareness Month. So you want to see everybody come on in and really treat these families, right?
Absolutely. We would love to feed as many families as we can. We've got a pretty large budget to do that, so we're not going to say no. Bring your family out. If you've got children in foster care, help them spread the word. You know, if you know somebody who say, hey, I know such and such, they've got a foster child at your church or at your work or job or anything, let them know that Phil's Dream Pit's going to give them food this week. 11 to 7 Tuesday and Thursday, 11 to 6 on Wednesday, and 11 to 8 on Friday and Saturday. We'll be here. Come on in, bring your family, bring your whole family. We're going to give meals to the entire family.
All right, come hungry, that is for sure. These beans and salad, you got the coleslaw. I don't even know where to start. And of course, those award-winning ribs. Hey, thank you so much, Brian, for hosting us today. Don't forget, all of this available right here. Phil's Dream Pit off Eastern Star Road in Kingsport. Check out their social media for more information.
If you're a fan of comic books, anime, film, or television, then you need to circle the dates of May 29th, 30th, and 31st on your calendar at Smoky Mountain Fan Festival. Once again, take over the MetaView Convention Center in Kingsport. And here to get us ready for all of that fun and excitement is our good buddy, C.J. Ferguson. You've added some feathers to that hat.
I have. I like to say that I'm the greatest show Mothman, and so I had to have some antennae to go with it.
All right, very good. Let's talk about this year's event. Bigger and better?
Bigger and better, and yet smaller.
Okay.
So what we're doing this year, we have redesigned. Last year we had a massive, I like to say a plethora of guests. We had 70 plus guests. And while this area is a fantastic and wonderful area that we want as many guests to visit as possible, it's time to focus on quality over quantity.
Okay.
And so we've reduced the number of guests down to about 35. However, in the process of doing that, we've brought in some really phenomenal reunions. We've got a Seventh Heaven reunion. We've got a Saw reunion. We're giving you an early taste of Smoky Mountain Terror by bringing in a Saw reunion. We've got Scott Patterson from Gilmore Girls, had such a fun time last year. He's coming back again this year. But then along with that, we've also got legends like Vicki Lawrence.
Yes.
I am so excited to have Mama from Mama's Family with us. That
I know a lot of people out there are.
It's gonna be a really great and fantastic time. Of course, we've got Mario Lopez. One of our headliners for the show. He is a very exciting addition. We've got the voice of Belle from Beauty and the Beast.
Right.
We've got so many lined up, but then of course we've got our home improvement reunion, and on top of that we have the wow, it just dropped from my mind. We have the home improvement reunion, and then we also have a couple of guests from Phineas and Ferb, E.T., and others.
And I love the fact that you're bringing in those folks that do the voiceover work, because I know people that are really into the voiceover works on video games and for anime and cartoons, they're as big a stars as anybody on film and television.
We have some really great voice actors that we've had the opportunity to work with in the past, and we're bringing in a whole new set this time around. And then along with that, we've actually expanded, and we're getting ready to start our third year for Smoky Mountain Anime Fest that will be in Gatlinburg.
Oh, wow.
And we're bringing in even more celebrity voice actors for that. So we look forward to the idea of being able to have lots of Q&A panels with the voice actors to talk about getting into the industry, doing things that are unique and different than what a lot of the shows do, in order to help people learn how to take those steps to break those barriers.
You're going to be announcing when those photo ops are going to be available. Just pay attention to social media. Also, you may have some more announcements coming up as far as more guests showing up. You got a giveaway going on as well. Tell us about that.
So we're doing a special VIP pass giveaway. You have the opportunity, and we're teaming up with a lot of local groups in the area, a lot of local organizations. This time around it's Kia of Johnson City. With Kia of Johnson City, they have the new 2027 Kia Telluride. We've got lots of other really, really great vehicles down on the lot that you can come and test drive. For every person that comes and test drives a vehicle at Kia of Johnson City, as long as they name drop me or Smoky Mountain Mountain Fan Fest,
Right.
they will be entered for a chance to win a VIP pass,
wow.
silver VIP pass for Smoky Mountain Fan Fest. If they buy a car, they'll actually get 5 additional entries into that drawing.
All right, some incentive there. All right. CJ, thanks for stopping by today.
Not a problem.
Looking forward to it. Bringing a lot of folks here to town, to the Metaview and across the region. May 29th, 30th, 31st. Metaview Convention Center, it is Smoky Mountain Fan Fest. Local author Mike Chaudron's latest work recently hit as the #1 new release on Amazon, and he joins us this morning to tell us more about his book, Agent Confidential, an insider's guide to business of college football. Good morning, Mike.
Good morning, Chris. It's really nice to be here. Thanks for having
We're going
me.
to delve into this book just a little bit, but what was your motivation for writing this book?
That's a great story. College football is such a wonderful game,
Yes,
Chris.
it is.
The pageantry, the rivalries, the traditions, we just all love it. So I wrote the book, Agent Confidential, to really tell the story, what's going on behind the curtain. Because what you and I see on Saturday is not what is happening behind the scenes with coaching contracts, with NIL player deals, with conferences signing deals with private equity. So what we see is not really what is happening. So I wrote the book to show the fan what's really happening, how the sausage is made.
And I think a lot of us, we think about Saturdays and the sport and the
Yes.
pageantry of it, but to get from that point, it's a year-round process, and a lot of business goes on behind the scenes.
It absolutely does. I mean, if you look at what's happening with coaching contracts, with NIL, with media contracts, it really is going on all the time. And the thing is, when we as fans see decisions that are made,
Right.
they were made much longer before we ever even saw them.
Right.
So, for example, with a coaching search, you'll start to hear names early on. By the time a coaching search is announced, it's already done. So the ADs and the agents have already talked together and pretty well put the deals together before the public even knows about it.
So we usually get that press release, we're going to start a nationwide
Right.
search.
Correct.
That nationwide search, 99% of the time, has already taken place.
It has already been done. Usually you might interview a couple of different coaches, but it has already taken place. The agents and the ADs have already coordinated all of that. There's a part of the book we talk about too about athletic directors, because that is an absolutely thankless job that athletic directors, and it's almost impossible because they're serving so many different constituencies.
Yes.
You've got boards of directors, you've got presidents, you've got rich alums, you've got egocentric coaches. It's almost an impossible job, and in fact the chapter in the book is called The Impossible Job.
Oh, wow. Let's talk about NIL, because I think that's foremost on a lot of people's thought
Yes.
process right now. What surprised you most when you delved into NIL and what's going on with that?
The thing that surprised me the most was NIL was just changing literally second by second, even as I was writing the book. And what happened with NIL is good. Players needed to be able to be paid. The bad thing is there are no guardrails on how to control it.
Right.
So what surprised me the most is the size of the contracts. These started out as being selling jerseys with kids' names on them and doing car dealership ads. These are now national marketplaces for these players. The other piece is the utter lack of loyalty from a player to a school, because they're just going and chasing the money. And I don't fault them for that.
Right.
They're making economic decisions that are to benefit their families. But I really hate that you don't see a player come in now, get developed for over 3 or 4 years, and then move on. Because now, there's an SEC basketball player
Right.
who has played at 6 different SEC basketball schools.
Man.
And it's just so there's no more loyalty. It's all about the money and economics.
You hear of athletes, football, basketball, any sport really, getting, I've heard upwards of 8 years of eligibility.
Correct.
And that is business. It really is.
It is. The super senior is what we call it.
Yeah.
And if you look at Indiana's football team that won the national championship, their average player was 24 years old.
Wow.
So they get that extension. Now there is now some legislation coming from the president's April 3rd directive that said you're going to get 5 years to play to try to prevent that. And the interesting piece of that is that piece of piece from President Trump is tied to federal grants. So if you're not in compliance with the NIL rules,
Right.
they can cut the funding off to the medical
Wow.
school. So there's some big things happening
Yeah.
behind the scenes, and university
tied
presidents are
together.
nervous. It is all very much
Yes.
tied together.
All right. Mike, I could sit here and talk about this all day. I wish I could, but I want to encourage everyone to pick your book up, Agent Confidential. It is through Amazon by Mike Chaudron. He lives right here. He's local, and it's available at Amazon.com. I encourage you to check it out today.